Bucks County is buzzing, the Supreme Court is swinging, and Greenland is politely declining. Welcome back to the Perez Perspective, and this is the first edition of Sunday Shitshow Report, and happy to have you guys here. We are kicking off this Sunday with 4 headaches that has been recently popped up in the news, and we're going to get right into it. So first things first, right now in Quakertown, PA, there was a student-led protest that turned into a viral nightmare on Friday. So basically there's a video that has been surfacing showing a man in a brown jacket, so plain clothes, no uniform, basically charging into a group of students and placing a teenage girl into a chokehold. Now this is not the first time MAGA has attacked student-led protest. I think there's been at least 2 or 3 other incidences, one involving a woman and one involving another man. All have been charged, by the way, for attacking these children, these grown adults attacking children for using their First Amendment right, which is ridiculous. But who is the culprit? So we know who it is. The man has been identified as Scott McElry. He is not just an officer, he's a Quakertown police chief and the borough manager. So yeah, this guy he's got a lot of angry people to answer to. If you guys want to call and make a report yourself, I will leave all the information on the screen. You guys can call and basically complain about this guy because we need to hold these people accountable. So the fallout now. Bucks County District Attorney has launched an official investigation. Parents are rightfully asking why the chief was out there in civilian gear using specialized force on minors. Why were they there? Why were they attacking a peaceful protest? I don't know. But this is happening a lot, and it's a little concerning when it's adults doing it to children. So MAGA, please stop. Okay, stop. All right, next. Let me make this sure. Yeah, okay, go. Okay, next. Tariff turbulence. We have currently right now been in another tariff war with Trump, apparently now raising it from 10 to 15% within a day, because that's what normal people do. After the Supreme Court ruled on Friday that Trump's previous sweeping tariffs were illegal, stating he overstepped his authority under the IEEPA, he doubled down and decided to go crazier and move it up to 15. So he announced a 15% worldwide tariff via Truth Social as the replacement. But here we go. We got some legal issues here, and that was the whole problem with why the Supreme Court struck it down the first time, is because he does not have the authority to enact tariffs. Congress does, and he never went through Congress. So if you want things done, maybe do it the right way, Trump, right? Okay. Reality check. While Section 122 allows for a 15% tariff, it is legally restricted to a 150-day window. So his new plan only has until July. Beyond that, again, it requires congressional approval. Lawmakers are already prepping lawsuits, arguing that this is another end run around the Constitution. We got a clip about that, so let's play that.
If the government is going to take your money, it better damn well be your elected representatives who approve it. Donald Trump fundamentally disagrees with this. So did his lawyers when they argued his case.
IEEPA confers major powers to address major problems on the president, who is perhaps the most major actor in the realm of foreign affairs.
Trump avoids the lethargic machinery of Congress by saying it's an emergency. So by the powers granted under IEEPA, Trump's lawyers effectively argued the president was authorized to impose tariffs of unlimited amount and duration on any product from any country. And that's not an exaggeration, because in a so-called economic emergency, like getting perennially ripped off, as Trump calls it, by other countries,
we are being ripped off by almost every single country in the world.
The president can investigate, block, regulate, direct and compel, nullify, void, prevent, or prohibit a great number of things, including any acquisition, holding, withholding, use, transfer, withdrawal, transportation, importation, or exportation of, or dealing in, or exercising any right, power, or privilege. So he can do all of these things with regard to a whole range of things affecting this massive umbrella category of any property in which any foreign country or a national thereof has any interest. But let me simplify, because among this massive buffet of options, the power of the president that matters in this case, that he may regulate the importation of basically any property. Trump's lawyers argued this includes tariffs. That's a kind of regulation, isn't it? No, it's not, says the Supreme Court. Because, first of all, if the framers meant to use the word tax in the Constitution, they would have, and they do, multiple times. Tax.
Tariffs are taxes. They take dollars from Americans' pockets and deposit them in the U.S. Treasury. Our founders gave that taxing power to Congress alone.
All right, next story. We have Greenland being sent a hospitable boat. Why? I don't know. In what sounds like a fever dream, Trump announced he is sending a great hospital boat to Greenland because they are sick and not being taken care of. What? The claim, Trump linked the move to Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry and his special envoy for Greenland. The rebuttal, the Greenland Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen gave a firm no thank you and pointed out that Greenland has public health care system where treatment is free, unlike the U.S. So Greenland has free health care. The U.S. does not. How about you send us a boat? How about you give us money? How about you stop giving it away to other countries, Trump? Anyways, the kicker is that the boat that is supposedly heading to Greenland, the two Navy hospital ships Comfort and Mercy are currently in dry dock in Mobile, Alabama for maintenance. So they're not going anywhere. So that was a lie. So yeah. Can't make this shit up. It's fucking crazy. Sometimes I'm just like, what? I don't know. All right. Our last story for the segment here, we have Mar-a-Lago was basically breached early Sunday morning at 1:30 a.m. The security perimeter of Mar-a-Lago. What happened was 21-year-old Austin Tucker from North Carolina drove through the north gate. Apparently he was armed with a shotgun and a gas can. The outcome was that basically when ordered to drop the weapon, he reportedly set down the gas can but raised the shotgun towards the officers. Secret Services and Palm Beach deputy opened fire, killing him at the scene. And what should I note is that Trump and Melania weren't even there. They were at the White House at the time of the attack. So, all right, and that does it for the first segment of Perez Perspective. Basically, a big shit show. If there ever was one. I'll be doing this every Sunday, kind of just reporting all the crazies that happen for the week. I hope to be more vocal on this channel and use my voice, use this platform for good and bring you guys the news. So if you guys are into that, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next segment. Bye, guys.